What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Code Peterson tutorial. My name is Brandon Peterson, and today we're going to use Canva to make a fun interactive survey that can fit into a presentation. As you can see, I already have my slideshow put together using Canva here, and this is just for like a team building problem solving activity. And it's the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man. Halloween is just around the corner. I thought, what would be more fun than doing something with ghost themed and a little retro style? And what better way than with good old Pac Man? So I have my slide here, and I'm talking about each of the ghosts and Pac Man and how each ghost moves towards Pac Man in a different way. So there's each of those. And then what I want is for people to figure out, based on a series of questions, which ghost they are most likely to be. So we will have on this slide here, when I share this out to the people that are doing this, they can go through the questions and they'll find out if they're a Blinky, Pinky, Inky, or Clyde based off of their answers. And then we have a little group where they are going to be divided into groups and they have to go through the series of challenges. And then at the end, they can reflect on if it was easier or harder if they're with light ghosts. Ultimately, you would think that the people with different problem solving techniques working together can have more diverse answers with their activity. So this slide here is what I want to put something on. Just a interactive survey that looks nice and is Pac-Man themed. So in here, I can go to Canva, and if you go to Canva AI, then I can type in code or click on code. And then here I'm going to describe my idea. I'm going to say a fun interactive survey that asks people questions based on how they solve problems or accomplish tasks. The results will tell them which Pac-Man ghost they are most similar to, comparing their problem solving techniques to the directions that the different ghosts pursue Pac-Man. And we'll say use images, icons, and more for a fun Pac-Man themed survey. All right, let's see what happens. We'll click the little submit here. And as you can see, it's got to think for a moment, and then it's going to build this code right in front of us. And holy cow, would you look at that? All those lines of code that it creates for us automatically. And first of all, I got to say how impressed I am that Canva understands how ghosts chase Pac-Man around. It's pretty cool. And I like the way this looks already at the beginning. So let's go ahead and try it out. Start the quiz. When facing a complex problem, I like to predict any kind of problem there is. And so the second one I think is more like me. I would say, how do you work in a team setting? Anticipate the team needs next. When learning something new, you prefer to plan ahead and think through the steps. Under pressure, you tend to, I like to think out of the situation. Anytime there's something that could go wrong, I like to anticipate those ahead of time. Your ideal problem solving approach, I would say more strategic. All right. So right here it says you are Pinky, Speedy. You're a strategic thinker who anticipates future moves, like Pinky, who targets where Pac-Man is going, you excel at planning ahead and positioning yourself for success. Awesome. So here is the design. So I can click here. You can either go publish or use in a design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use in a design in a presentation. And it's going to put it into a slide for me already. Now what I can do is I can select this and copy that and go back over to my team building and paste this in here. And I like to make this a little bit smaller than the window, so when I'm in presentation mode, I don't get stuck in there and don't have the ability to go on to the next slide. All right, so now we'll try this again. Let's start at the beginning of the presentation. And we'll say present full screen. And if I have this shared with everyone, then they can kind of go through and follow along. Mastering mazes. Interesting information. Here we go. And now we want to find out which type of ghost we are. So let's start the quiz. And this time, let's try a different method. I like to lead in the front, jump right in. We all know someone on our team who just goes right for it and takes charge and tries to solve it right away. Stay aggressive, fast, decisive, and relentless. And here we go. We have Blinky. So you're a direct, aggressive problem solver who chases ghosts relentlessly. Like Blinky, directly pursues Pac-Man. You tackle challenges head-on with speed and determination. And there you go. So then they could either take the quiz again, or we can move our cursor down here and continue on. This is where I made a little worksheet that I'll hand out to the groups. And final reflections with the game over. And there we have it. That is how to make a fun, interactive, Pac-Man themed team building activity using Canva and its AI solutions. Let me know what you think of this. If you're interested in this presentation, let me know. I can send that to you. As always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I sure hope to catch you on another video down the road.